Welcome to All We Do Is Movies, episode The Meg.
We did it. We went to see the summer blockbuster, The Meg.
Short for Megalodon, if you don't know anything about the deep sea.
Yep, those sharks get real big when they live in the ocean.
Which I have a conspiracy theory, and I'm sure we'll get into it later, but I think the deep sea is the deep space.
Whoa.
Whoa.
These are bold new choices on All We Do Is Movies after we see just a quality film.
A film?
And we saw it, and do we even know where to begin?
Words.
All right, 5
Palabras.
words.
I think that's Spanish.
5 words describe The Meg.
Boo!
Bewildering.
Boo!
Potential.
Boo.
Sharks.
Boo.
Yep.
Boo.
Box office. Yep. This is a movie that's made to get
money.
Yep. That's all they cared about, because this movie was just poorly executed in almost every way, to the point where it's like, did they want to make a bad movie and they thought they were going to have like a campy B movie on their hands or something?
Or were they being serious?
I don't know.
Were they being sincere?
Well, that's the problem, because okay, so I guess we should do a spoiler-free thing.
Let's
and
just
then we'll go into it.
Yeah, spoiler-free. Personally, because I know you have a lot to say, so I'll just make mine first.
Yeah.
Spoiler-free. Don't see this film. Just don't pay your money to these people because they don't deserve it. Not one person in this film.
Wow.
Besides Fan Bing Bing. Is that her name right? Fan Bing Bing?
Fan Bing Bing?
I thought it was Fan, like F-A-N.
It's like L-I Bing Bing. Lee Bing Bing.
Isn't there a fan?
There might be a Fan Bing Bing.
Well, either way, she looked amazing the whole
sure
time,
did.
but no one else.
Statham looked amazing too with his shirt off.
Playing the same. Okay, we can't. We're doing spoilers, so go ahead. Just don't see it.
What? No, okay. So it's a movie about they're in the deep seas off of old China, and they're exploring, and there's Rainn Wilson plays a Elon Musk type guy that has $1 billion that wants to research the ocean.
Which that was unbelievably unbelievable. It was unbelievably unbelievable. Why would you cast Rainn Wilson as that character?
Last time I checked, that was the plot. It's basically Deep Blue Sea, but with a bigger shark. And instead of having smart sharks and like an actual interesting plot, they just kind of, move along. They wake up a megalodon, and then it goes from there in the most predictable, possible ways imaginable. So that's The Meg. And
just turn your head, just turn it off.
Yeah.
Just a hard off.
If you want to go, you just need a cool place to sit for an hour and a half, you can do that, and then there'll be something on the screen for you. I guess if you're taking a group of your kids and your kids' friends to a first-time movie, I guess, because that's the only way I could have possibly believed that these humans went out in the public and acted the way they did in a movie theater.
If you wanna on your Saturday, go and just hear all the conversations. Don't have a conversation yourself, because that would be interesting. Just listen to all of the other ones, and I guess there might be a movie playing in front of you.
Yep. And if you didn't know exactly what's going on in this movie, that's everything spelled out for you. If this audience will tell you every point, and they'll be like, "Whoa, there's a shark," and it's like, "Yep." The shark takes up the entire screen because it's a giant prehistoric shark, and it's right there.
Oh, whoa. Also, it's CGI. The whole thing is CGI, so I don't know why anyone's so shocked that it's like this crazy big shark, because guess what? It's not real, so it doesn't matter. It's just a fake CGI thing that someone on a computer created, and then...
This is getting intense already.
Guys.
No, but we had a bad theater experience, but it didn't even matter, because this movie, you don't miss much.
You don't.
But it was actually, before we do get into spoilers, it was the worst movie theater audience experience ever. I don't know what's happening. I guess we don't normally go to these movies.
We never see an opening weekend movie, and we never see a movie on a Saturday, but it all just happened today, and we made a big mistake.
And they just sit and talk. It was an audible level of chatter that filled the room.
There was a din of chatter in the air.
And it was mostly kids. I was shocked at how many kids were here. At first, I did think, I knew it was PG-13, but I thought it was like skewed a little more R-like. But I guess people found out that I guess this is a good movie to take your kids to. I thought we were in Hotel Transylvania at first.
What I think happened is that all the parents went and saw probably Black Klansman because that's...
No, they didn't. The parents were there.
Oh, I didn't.
Yeah, they were part of it. They got them all organized. They got them all their popcorns that they were wrinkling back and forth. The one guy was surprised by the little girl's light up shoes, I heard. There were parents there, but they were just, the kids were messing with the electric recliners.
Oh my gosh. You know that thing you do whenever you're a kid and you're in your mom's car and you have a button you can hit and the window goes up and the window goes down and you're waiting in the parking lot and she's taking forever doing grocery shopping, so you just go, me, 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 and you try to make it as fast as I can. That's what this little kid was doing with the chair that costs a lot of money to make, and someone else is going to sit in that afterwards, and you're ruining it for everyone.
Yeah, NASA designed those chairs. And he's just doing it back and forth. And there's a shark on the screen. Look at the shark that we all paid money to see. Don't play with the chair. That's how entertaining this movie is. The kid was playing with the chair.
He wasn't even
over. And that's so there are lulls in this movie.
Yes, they're trying to be so heartfelt. Okay.
And during we'll get into spoilers for the Meg.
Guys, I wore
ready?
Wait, no.
Meg spoiler.
I'm not ready yet.
Fine.
I have a message. I wore this dress because I bought it from Goodwill once, and I know it's like a little bit. In today's America, I'm
getting a little culturally insensitive towards you right now.
I know, but can I tell you?
I'm ready to get some General Tso's chicken looking at that.
If this was Pirates of the Caribbean, I would be Elizabeth Swan because I can't breathe in this dress. So I gotta get changed right quick.
It's the patriarchy. Wardrobe change.
Look how tight it is. You can see my... Okay.
Okay, we did it. For this Chinese movie, you wore a Chinese dress, and I'm just going to sit here for a while. Everyone, this is what I'm doing now. Don't hit that green screen. Anyway, this is the Donny Thomas Show starring Donny Thomas. I'm going to talk a little bit about the current climate of America. Now, I think the Meg is personally destroying the fabric of the American dream. And these sharks, I don't know what to do with them. Jason Statham's not from America, but we'll take him. He's a nice guy. Anyway, I'm just sitting here doing the damn thing. What? Are we cutting? I'm being told that no one cares and we got to cut. So spoilers coming up. Bye. Wow. Slayton Clayton.
Wait, no, stop.
They call me Slayton Clayton.
It's like the Meg.
Okay, put that down. That's an expensive piece of production gear. Don't do it.
Why is this facing you?
Don't do it because the cord's pulling because I don't have a good safety line.
Look at that. Look at that. Deep breath.
Look, how do you feel in that new dress?
Amazing.
Great. How do you feel about the Meg?
Boo!
Okay, yeah, we're getting into, like I was saying before the break, there's way too many
heartfelt
downtime in this because it gets real quiet and they try to progress the plot forward and they don't need to do that. And it doesn't work.
Does not. I mean, it's a movie about a huge dinosaur. I mean, prehistoric shark.
Yeah.
And there doesn't really need to be that much of a plot and a lot of love. There's a lot of that's my ex-wife and I wasn't good at relationships. And my daddy is in Thailand with a Pilates instructor and I just want to see a shark kill some people.
Yeah. No, they really took the most cookie-cutter approach to storytelling imaginable. Like, they have this whole scene to build up the hero, to show that he has a troubled past, and he regrets the last big mission he was on, and then he's gonna come out of retirement whenever the research crew needs him to save this like exploration pod that's going to the bottom of the ocean, but past the bottom of the ocean because I guess we couldn't see past a murky water.
So no one tried to drop anything to the bottom of the ocean floor before, because if they did, they would have seen that it didn't just sit on the cloud coverage.
Yeah,
that was the whole thing.
And they really didn't have any trouble passing through like this Arctic like seal or something. I don't forget what they even call it, some sort of barrier.
Okay, so
to get down to even deeper to where the Meg lives.
Right. So apparently what they want us to believe in this world is that there's the bottom, and they make this dumb joke where they're like, we're 30 feet from the bottom. Maybe. Maybe? What do you mean maybe? And so they
because it's not the bottom.
It's so funny. And they just have to pass through some cloud coverage, and then it's like a fish tank for megalodons, and they can't get up to the top because the temperature
it's too cold.
Change.
Yeah, that's weird. That's a weird excuse, but okay. So we're there, and then we're stuck. So my main problem initially is they just sort of they set it up at the beginning unnecessarily, because all you have to do is say the movie's The Meg. You know exactly what it's about. You can't miss that it's about a giant megalodon.
Yep.
So you don't need to like suspensefully introduce the shark. We know it's there. That's what it's doing.
That's why we came. That's why I went today, because I wanted to see a big shark kill people.
Right. So they go through this unnecessary backstory. The whole beginning is useless. It's crazy.
Oh, I just have one thing to say, because
I
know. But like, we're right on the cusp where saying this won't matter anymore. But so they have this whole backstory. Rainn Wilson has a lot of money. He's invested a ton of money in this thing, and wouldn't you know? Oh my gosh!
It's a research facility to check out whales. I guess
everything's going really well, and everything's great, and it's the first 15 minutes of the movie. Well, that sure looks like a good investment. And then they immediately, what happens?
Well, then their probe goes down. They find that there is more to the bottom of the ocean than they ever thought there'd be at the bottom of the ocean. And then they immediately get attacked, and then they have to get rescued. So then it's like, oh, so the movie is going to be about. That's interesting. Where in like it's like a rescue mission, I guess. That's cool. And then they pull Jason Statham out of retirement. What's his name? Logan Paul or something like that?
Jonas Tyler?
Something like that. And then they're like, he's hiding out drinking in Thailand, which I don't mind one bit. I'm thinking about pulling all my money out of my savings account and going, spending it on the Thai bot, and go spend that money drinking Miller Lights or whatever he was drinking in some sort of shack.
Okay, but so he's living in Thailand, and he's just drinking and
having a good old time, riding a scooter around.
Good time.
And then they bring him out of retirement, and then it's like this, and they go like it reiterates. At this point, I was just like, oh God, what are we getting into? Because the dialogue is like
it's awkward. Everyone is they just stand there and kind of like
so
look
bad.
at each other, like they don't really know. Like they're trying to be funny with each other, and they're trying to like joke around, but it's just not a way that anyone would ever laugh at that. Like,
and everything that's set up has to pay, like, and everything's like it's set up, paid off, and they're saying exactly what they like, or it's like this scene has to be that he's being pulled out of retirement and he's not willing to, but it's his ex-wife.
That was his list. Whenever they wanted Jason Statham to get out of retirement, he goes, oh, you want me to go on another? Because the last mission he was on, he had to
he had to sacrifice some people to get the majority of them out safely.
He said sacrifice 2 people, save 11. That was the whole thing.
And the Meg attacked last time, and it doesn't even make sense because they didn't even go past the barrier. So I don't even know what the it's about.
Okay, no, he did, because he's the only one who survived. They went
past 11 people survived, including the doctor. And then that's one of the major things too. Like
I had a thing.
Okay, but yeah, keep going.
We're going too far.
Oh my God.
So Jason Statham, they just like pop into his apartment, flying in a helicopter.
That sweet Thai apartment.
And then he gets there, and he's like, he has 3 things. He's like, first, you're gonna you're gonna do something. I can't remember. And then you're gonna offer me a ton of money, and I'm gonna say no to that. And then you're gonna try to appeal to my better nature, but I don't have a better nature. And then they immediately appeal to his better nature, and that's what makes him go. So don't tell me you don't have a better nature. But then he's like, oh, but your ex-wife is down there. Oh, I have to go now. Well, that's.
You should have said, "Good, leave her there."
Right? She's your ex-wife. Why do you?
Yeah. No, but it's all just horrible tropes and cliches, but not done. So originally, I thought this movie was going to be an R-rated Piranha. Remember the remake of the Piranha remake?
I didn't see that, but I didn't. I mean, I like the concept of piranhas.
Right. So the idea was that it took a B movie, back in the day. It was in the 80s or whatever, and then they took that idea and then made it like really bloody and violent, but then it was a little wink and a nod, like this is dumb, isn't it? And then they would hype up the dumbness and it'd be funny. That's what I thought we were getting. But no, this is a Chinese like catered production. Like it has to be translated, of course. We talked about this before. So everything can't be complex, or it has to be super easy to swallow. And the dialogue has to be written in a way that it translates really nice, that there's no confusion of the translation. So everything's like out of a screenwriting book of like, this has to happen to get this to happen. And then whenever you have dialogue between the love interest, it has to build up in this beat. And then at first they don't like each other, but then they sort of like earn each other's respect. And then, but they still don't like each other that much. But then they have this cute little moment together. And then they really like each other. And then they're in peril. And then they have to save them. And then they're going to adopt the little Chinese girl.
And that's the movie. That's the whole movie.
And that's it. Yeah, there's some weird love story thrown into the Meg.
And then the whole time, it's like, okay, I am out of the frame. So it's like if you were going to have, because throughout this film, I was thinking about space.
Whoa.
Yeah. Because it's kind of like really similar. There's areas of the ocean that we have never been to because it's too deep and too dangerous and it's dark and there's things there that we don't really know about and we're always testing it. So it just seemed like if they were going to make some dumb movie about space and that someone's trapped in space and we have to go save that person, but I would have rather have seen it in space.
Yeah.
Because there really wasn't
Megalodon in space.
Well, no, what I'm saying is there really wasn't even a lot of the Meg. Like there wasn't even a ton of the Meg. It was a lot of hitting the sides and someone got punctured in the stomach and then there was a helicopter crash. Which, I didn't come here to see a helicopter crash. I came here to see a megalodon. So if you have the megalodon jump out of the water and snatch a helicopter out of the air, I didn't come here to just watch two idiots.
Wow.
So stupid.
So anyway, Jason Statham. He saves the day 15 minutes in. So then we're like, all right, now where are we going? Turns out they released the Meg from its icy prison. And now it's going around. So what I would have done, and what I think was necessary to make this movie a little better, was maybe condense that whole entire beginning. Still have it, because I do think there's an interesting story there. The characters are all interesting. The actors that play the characters are interesting. The dialogue's terrible.
We're not directed well.
No, the direction's just John Turtletop's just. Ever since Cool Runnings has just been cashing paychecks, and maybe he was cashing those paychecks during Cool Runnings too, Turtletop.
Yeah, but in Cool Runnings, you knew it was obviously funny. So whenever they made those jokes, it was funny.
Right.
But in this one, you're also dealing with a lot of people died, and
there's
funny.
No moments. There's no reactions of holy f***ing shit. There's a giant shark attacking our underwater lab, that if this glass I can't believe that it's they missed whenever the shark bites the glass at the little girl, they miss the fact that there's giant bite marks in the glass and it's ready to break at any moment seemingly, and they're like, whoa, what happened to the whale? Oh geez, this is odd. It should be what the fuck.
Oh yeah, so in the beginning
it's we need to get out of here, this is crazy. But no,
we see this this mother and daughter whale, and it's oh, they're mom and daughter, and it's so cute. And then next time we see them, they're oh, where's the mother? And then of course, the Meg killed the mom, and then it comes and kills the baby. So it's oh, I guess that's what happened. So I don't have to worry about that anymore because they just wrap that up real quick.
Yeah, and there are moments of comedy that work, and I wish the whole movie had more of that. Just lean into that a lot more. Forget about building characters, because you don't succeed at building any of the characters.
They're all disposable.
Yeah.
It's a dumb
And they're all
movie.
caricatures.
Right.
You already know exactly who everyone is. All you gotta do is say, Jason Statham, you're the hero. Got it.
Bing Bing. You're the
Lee Bing Bing.
You're the really independent.
You're the chick that gets shit done, and you're awesome,
Brave.
and everyone likes you, and you also look real good in that wetsuit or whatever.
And your dad is the smart scientist man.
Dad's a smart scientist. My Pete.
And then we have Amber Rose, who's like the obviously I'm
Ruby
the edgy
Rose.
Ruby Rose. Who I'm the edgy. Why are you doing that?
I was Mike and Pete.
I'm the edgy engineer, and I have tattoos.
Yeah, and she has a bad attitude. She seemingly has like a great. They're making tons of money to be on this awesome ship.
That's how she had to be too cool for it.
Yeah, that's
she was
the thing.
too cool for this job.
It's like you have such a cushy job. You're doing computer programming on this research vessel thing that cost $110 billion or whatever Rainn Wilson put into it, and she's like, it's like you're one of the few people that work here.
And they get to pursue anyone their dreams.
Else.
Yeah.
We're gonna go right over to China and pick someone off. Ruby, be cool about it. But no, she has to have a bad attitude.
The token black guy.
Whoa.
They made a joke how he can't swim.
That is true. They were kind of insensitive about this.
Sorry, I'm yelling.
These Chinese producers, they really, I don't know what they were thinking with that. But yeah, I mean, this movie just feels like they saw Deep Blue Sea and they're like, let's make this a bigger shark and a worse movie. And then they also got Samuel L. Jackson. They're like, is Samuel or not? LL Cool J. That he's more the LL because Samuel L. Jackson dies in the spoiler alert. Samuel L. Jackson dies, in the beginning, but the character in this is more the LL Cool J, you ate my bird type guy, just cracking one-liners.
He is supposed to be the comic relief.
He sure is.
There is no relief. Like we don't need relief because
I know. It should be funny the whole way through if they're really doing, but it's so serious at times.
It's all bad. So anyway, they set this megalodon free in the upper shelf of the ocean, not the special bottom shelf that's a completely different temperature and has a different ecosystem apparently, and that no one's ever recognized that this just cloud coverage on the bottom of the ocean. It's not actually a floor, and there's no plant life growing out of the cloud cover. So like, where did you think? What did you think?
Didn't want to look into it.
So then they do that, and the megalodon is free, and then it attacks and it kills a mom and daughter baby whale, and
yeah, it's on a rampage.
And then they just keep. So the rest of the movie is just
they gotta stop
transporting everyone in this unsafe boat, and then they go to this unsafe boat, and then they take everyone. They go to this unsafe laboratory, and then they take everyone. Like they have helicopters. So there's a point in the film where they're like, okay, everything sucks. 3 people at least have died, but tomorrow morning there's gonna be an escape boat, so a rescue boat to get you guys out. You're a billionaire. You have helicopters. Just helicopter them out. There's a child on board. There's no reason we should have to wait for tomorrow morning when there's like this huge shark hunting you. Why are you waiting? Just get them on.
Yeah, there's too many like convenient. Like everything is wrapped up very conveniently. Like by the end of everything, they never build up that Rainn Wilson was our suit. They build him up to be like a really happy-go-lucky, like, no, I'm the cool dude. Like, this is so cool and I'm funny. But his character turn is that he's like, no, we got to cover this up as quickly as possible. And like, I'm going to have to blow up this megalodon without calling the military. But it's like, you just called in, like, he calls in like mercenaries at one point. Like, why don't call in another set of mercenaries or something to like, pick everyone up or like get everyone to safety. Like I get that you don't want it out, but like spend 2 more hours figuring this out instead of like going out in the middle of the night and then like and that's one cool. There are cool sequences. Like I do like all the moment. Like I just wish everything was compressed to more action megalodon stuff or like do it like making it more suspenseful somehow, like leading up to things more like a Jaws. It's either like a Jaws approach or You know, the action approach. And they were doing good with the action approach because there's various megalodons. After you think you killed one, you didn't kill one. There's an even bigger one. So it's like, all right, if you're playing this game, then let's just keep going. Like let's have a bunch of megalodons.
Whole family of megalodons.
Yeah, and then it's like the cool moments or these crazy fun action scenes that are fun, but you only get like 4 of them throughout the movie because everything else has to turn into like, oh, what we always do as humans, we discover and then we destroy them. And it's like, why are you shoving any sort of social commentary into the Meg movie?
And the other message that they
the shark fin soup
is, well, that too. But the other thing is, it's not about the lives. What is it? It's not about the lives that you save. No, it's
that you lost. It's who you
it's not about the lives that you lost. It's about the ones you saved.
Yeah, and then he goes in and he doesn't even sacrifice himself. Jason Statham just goes in and slices, and which was a cool way to defeat the shark.
Awesome. They should have thought about that.
Sliced open the shark and let all the other regular sharks eat them. Yeah. There's a bunch of cool moments, but it's all just interrupted by this dumb story and poor direction that you're just like, what are we even watching? Go back to just...
My mom really likes you too.
But that little girl was nice. She was a good...
The girl was cute,
she was one of the best parts.
Okay, but it was unnecessary
dumb,
for that dumb... My mom really likes you too. Like I just don't... It's not important.
But she was a good little actor. She has some good emotes and things. She was better than her mom. Shockingly, old Bing Bing, you know, she's not the best. Best actress.
She's probably really good in like rom-coms.
Yeah, she probably. Yeah. But her range is like from here to here.
Right.
She like, you know, I know it's tough when everything's CG and you don't have anything to play off of, but you know, she's like in the shark cage and she's like, oh no, there's the shark. It's right there.
Oh no, my mask is broken and I'm dying.
Yeah, you should be free. Yeah, it's like you're in peril. And she's like, well, I'm running out of oxygen.
And then the Megalodon, so she's in this what
are you going to do?
She's in the shark tank that Ruby Rose has stressed to us multiple times that it can't be broken. And so, but they conveniently built it the size of the Megalodon
exact size of a Megalodon mouth.
So it could just swallow the cage. So then she starts being swallowed in this cage by a shark, and she's like, "Oh, I'm dying! I'm being swallowed."
Like, well, just let me get eaten by the shark, I guess. Like that's a lot of like like there's no survival instinct from anyone. Yeah, everyone's just like, you know what? I'm gonna take the bullet on this one. Like when the doctor dude, who is a dick, and it's like he deserves like a more like non-heroic death. You know?
Yeah.
He's just he should be the dude that just because he's a dick to our hero, right? So he deserves like the cowardly Needry Jurassic Park way of dying. But he gets like a heroic like because the shark going either after Ruby Rose or him. And meanwhile Ruby Rose is mean to everyone too the whole time. So but he's just like, hey, you're a good kid. I'm going to sack. And it's like, dude, at this point, there should be a line of like, who? No, it's either me or you. Like, the shark's coming. Like, they should play it more like that. But everyone has to be like a hero. Like, you know what? I want to die now. Like, why? This is like a horrible experience. Like, this is survival of the fittest. Like, get it together. Like, this is a scary, scary world right now that you're living in.
They have like there's this moment whenever they catch the Megalodon and they kill it and it's like
poison.
It's that they poison the Megalodon. They bring it up and they have it on the boat.
Hang it up.
They hang it up on the boat and then.
And I like that one dude, the nerdy guy that's taking pictures.
I'm getting there.
I know. I was just saying.
So
I liked him.
he was the nerdy guy is taking a picture and they're like, get in closer and get into his mouth. So they're kind of building up tension. And then he falls in the water, right? So, but they're just all joking around still, and he's in the water.
Get back in the water.
Get back in the boat.
Because there's still currently regular sharks.
I know, but it's also
all over the place.
It's just like the fact that like people just died because of a megalodon in the water. I know you think that you got the only megalodon that exists, and it's on the boat right now, but you're still afraid. You didn't just forget that
the ocean's still currently scary.
But they're all just like joking around, like everything's, and then he gets
eaten. Like, let me take an Instagram picture of you in the water, and he's like, "Oh, I'm getting eaten right now." It's It's
just nothing matters. No one learns from anything.
Yeah.
Stupid. It's just dumb.
And then, of course, and then it starts getting good whenever the megalodon decides to go to the beach. That's when it starts getting good. So it's like, why would you not make? Why not just make the movie starting at the beach? So maybe we have like a land, like a nice spot that we recognize as like a home base, and then we start seeing the stakes. Maybe we introduce that chubby kid eating his popsicle with his mom earlier on, and then it's a callback. It's like, oh, that's the kid, the popsicle kid, and his overbearing mom. She's finally going to let him go swim. That's funny. That's a callback. But no, we had to spend like 45 minutes on a dumb research facility on a rescue mission that didn't need to happen. That could have happened in 10 to 15 minutes, 5 to 15 minutes. You could tell that story, and then get to the megalodon wreaking havoc on a beach town, and the researchers are the only ones that know how to stop it.
Well, yeah, I mean that would have been awesome. Also, because I enjoy films that introduce two seemingly separate groups of people or locations or ideas. So if they would have introduced that child before, and then like over here we have like where we have researchers, they're talking about this megalodon.
Yeah,
over here
it's
just like a nice summer day, and it's just like giving you, it's building up something to lose.
We get to see Pippin earlier.
Well, there was nothing, like, I didn't care about any of those people on the beach, because at that point, they were just chum. Like, I already saw what this megalodon can do, so I already know he's just going to kill a bunch of those people. And then he doesn't even kill that many people, because all of a sudden, they have this idea to play some underwater sounds. Why didn't you think about that before? They were like, we're going to attract the megalodon by asking it out to dinner. That's like her witty little quip.
I know.
She's
so sassy. She's doing it a little like.
So right as it's about to like
and then she's like, oh, we'll see, and it's like, your dad just died. Like, you should be broken up over this. You're a heartless scientist.
It's just dumb. It's dumb. It was just, I'm so sad that I saw that film.
Pete is so angry. We're yelling. Yeah,
I don't care. I'm incensed.
No, it's because they cut to the beach scene and everyone's having fun. We're introduced to all these like like once we got to that little cruise thing with the bachelorette part or the bridal what's it? Just a wedding thing.
It was an actual wedding.
Okay, but they're on the boat taking pictures and stuff. I guess the wedding was on a boat or something. But like, yeah, all those characters, like that bride, the sassy bride, like saying, "You ruined my," because they're groomsmen and bridal
party. The wedding party.
Wedding party jumps into the water and they're having fun. Like, why? Like, I could have really enjoyed a good, 15-minute chunk of learning all these, locals, and like, she'll have some funny lines of like, yeah, you're gonna ruin my, she's always worried about her wedding being ruined.
Bridezilla.
And then all of a sudden, a megalodon comes out and almost eats her puffin, which was a good little fun part. Pippin.
That was
Puffin's
fun. A bird.
Isn't that Ben Kissel's new dog?
I don't know.
I think so. Last podcast on the left.
Okay. But yeah, it was just
Yeah, and then like the group of like the guys, that was a good little fun thing. They're on the run. They're like, oh no, and you think they're gonna see the shark, but it's just like a bunch of hot chicks being like, hey.
And then
that's fun.
That
and
guy who was like, it was actually really cool.
That inner tube thing, circle thing.
One of those big circle
that
things
thing
where you stand
cool.
inside and then you run on it like a hamster
Of course,
wheel.
China. Of course, you have cool.
Make it about
things
like
like
he
that.
had like sunglasses on, so like they did like the upper shot. So like anytime that they would show him, he was just like living the dream, like
it's like a GoPro shot of him running around inside that thing. Yeah, that guy was cool. Like, I would have liked to seen, just split it up a little bit. Then it would not make it feel so monotonous just being with these people, like making dumb decisions on the thing. Like, and how do you make a deep sea research facility and not have ways to, like, if anything goes wrong, have an escape plan? Like, why do you not have various escape plan? Like, of course it's good. Nothing built underwater is good. Learn that from Deep Water Horizon or whatever it was called. What was that called? Deep View Horizon? Yeah.
Water Horizon.
I know all my movies.
But it was it.
I know all the movies I don't even see. But anyway, Yeah, the Meg, but there were cool moments like the whale. They accidentally kill the whale, and it's all gross in there. That was cool. The effects were
okay, but it didn't. The effects were cool. Everything was cool, but I can't handle poor character development, and I don't care about your effects, and I don't care about your dumb little gimmicks and how freaking cool you think they're gonna be. See, I said freaking instead of the other thing because we had to bleep a lot of stuff out last week. So anyway, I just don't care about any of that. If you don't have a strong story, you don't have any character development, I'm checking out of your film. And it was just a really dumb. It was dumb. That's all I can say about it. That it was dumb.
Yeah, that is.
Because you can add all that other stuff in post, and you can keep doing it and being like, no, we have to make it better. We have to make it better because you realize that the other part sucks. So it's still gonna suck, but you're still just you're just putting makeup on. That's all you're doing. If you got acne craters, that's fine, and I'm sure you're still pretty, but you're just putting on makeup. You're just like trying to fix. That was mean. You gotta cut that out. We can't talk about acne craters.
I'll talk all about acne craters.
No, but it's like.
You didn't say who said it.
Acne craters?
Exactly.
It's just stupid. It's just the waste of money. Like, we have ideas and we can't even
we're not appealing to the Chinese market. And that's what you can see all over this movie is just the studio just being like, all right, how many seats are in those theaters in China? Are they bigger or smaller over there? Are they like stadiums? I don't know. Let's just fill them up. That's all that they care about. It's like you like Jason Statham. Jason Statham's trending well over here. Like he did well in the Fast and Furious movies. They like him. Throw him in there, and it's just like, all right, The Rock's not available. All right, throw in Statham, and then just the dialogue's bland and just nothing. The progression is just you'd see it coming a mile away. Everything is seen up. They might change the way they execute something, but you see it coming. Like they're doing the thing with like you're saying with the nerdy guy taking a picture by that. I was like, all right, here it comes. Like here comes the other shark, that's a lot bigger. Like, well, how is he going? Is he just going to eat the like boat in half? Is he going to what's going to happen? But you see everything coming a mile away. And
that wasn't. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, it's fine.
No, go ahead. You have more to say?
I'm just saying, there's nothing to it, but still the average audience that we went to, they were applauding by the end of it. So then they're loving. They're just like, oh, this is great. This is the ride of my life.
And the end.
That's a shark. Look how big that shark is.
No, we have to talk about the end, okay? Because this whole time, you know what genre you're in. Is it supposed to be funny? Is it supposed to be sincere? Is it action-packed? Is it scary? What is this film? And then in the end, they go and the camera pans down. Is it pan?
Well, it's all CG movement.
Well, it doesn't matter. But yeah, the camera goes underwater, and you're like, oh, maybe they're like prepping a second. Like if you're enjoying this film, maybe in your heart you're like, maybe they're preparing you for like a second. They're gonna have the Meg 2.
Right. You're gonna see some teeth, and the teeth are even bigger than the screen.
Or maybe they'll go back to that giant squid, and there'll be a gianter squid.
Yeah.
Or maybe it'll be
a megalodon
anything.
Squid.
But instead.
Yep.
They just start spelling Finn.
Yep.
Fin and some cursive garbage bullshit writing.
Classic French older style. The end. And
who made that decision?
That's that's
Why is that necessary? We know it's the end of the film. You made us think it wasn't the end by going underwater and getting our hopes up for something else. We knew it was done, and then you still had to be like,
yeah.
Finn.
That is a weird choice because that joke, I don't even think like that plays at all in current. Like that was kind of a gag thing of like Looney Tunes and stuff. Like, and it's basically it's like 70s French films. It's like art films, and it's like this was not an art film. This had no sort of thought to it whatsoever.
And that word
that's not funny at all. The play on a shark fin, like
they should have. If they were gonna do the end, they wanted to do the end. They would have done it in some like Chinese character because there was no. Finn is not an Asian word. It's not an English word. So why are you all of a sudden throwing us another language in here? I just had to read subtitles and listen to. Okay, there was another
I wonder
one
how
more.
It translates. I wonder if they actually have to translate it. in Chinese and stuff. Like if it even makes sense.
Do they know what fin means?
Well, I don't know. Like that's like that's a deep cut.
What is the point?
John Turteltaub or whoever thought at the studio thought it was a hilarious pun. But
because of Finn? Oh my god.
What, you don't think that's...
No, I didn't get that. I hate it so much.
Oh my god.
That's
Are you serious?
I didn't think about that's so dumb.
Yes, sharks.
So
someone was sitting down and they're like and they're like, what should we do? Put the end, but then a question mark comes up. Should we do that? And they're like, no, you know what we should do? We should do like the old French movies and do fin, like final, like the end. And
like
but it's also a shark's fin. Get it? And then everyone went, and then they sold it to their Chinese producers and they're like, if you think it'll make more money, put it in there.
That's so dumb.
So
I am enraged.
But the theater was pretty well filled, and people seemed to really, really, really enjoy it. It was a lot to talk about, and it seemed to process in their minds exactly when it needed to. Like they'd be like, "Oh, the shark's right there," and you'd hear whispering like, "Oh, the shark's right. I think the shark's gonna be right. Oh, there's the shark. Oh my god!" And then it'd be like, "Oh, do you think they're gonna get away? I think they're gonna get away. Oh yeah, they're getting away now." And that's the other thing too. The other thing too is how they use the sharks is not suspenseful, compelling, or anything. It's always just like, "Oh, there's a shark." Like. There's no build-up. They'd always be like, "Oh, I wonder where the shark is," and they would just cut like, "Oh, the shark's coming towards us right now." Like they'd just turn their head and be like, "Oh, yeah, the fin's right there. That's where it is." There's no suspense to it.
There was one actually funny part that I personally chuckled at, and this is the only time. I know Donnie is trying to be nice, and he actually works on productions, so he knows how hard it is to make things, and he's given everyone a lot of credit. But I work in retail, and we're bitter, and we hate everyone because we do customer service, so I don't care. There was one part that I laughed at, and it was when Rainn Wilson was like, "Why don't we just put a tracker on it?" Like, he was the only one who brought up the idea, like, "Why don't we just put a tracker on it?"
Yeah.
But you didn't even need it. Because it was just there. You just saw the fin and never swam underwater until it had to. And it was so big that you know when the Megalodon is there because it takes up the entire upper shelf of the ocean.
It's a big old shark.
So you don't even...
Yeah, it's like you really miss like how good Jaws is. You know, like the whole... I know you can't do it, but like just their simple thing of tying the barrels to them, like, and then when the shark came around, the barrels would pop up, and you're like, "Oh man!" Like that's a suspenseful, well executed way. But no, yeah, it'd literally be like, look around, oh, it's right there, like, and it's coming towards us yet again. And how's it not going to eat us this time? Is what it comes down to. It's always like, where's the shark? There's the shark. It's coming towards us. Why won't it eat us this time? Oh, it got wrapped up in a anchor chain that's there. It's like, oh, okay, well, I wasn't there. It was there. And you're like, oh, okay, got it. And it's like, no, you just climbed up the Ruby Rose just climbed up the ladder just barely enough for the shark that can eat half the boat. Why wouldn't it just run like...
It can eat half of a whale. It can eat a whale in half. They stated that in the film, that it can break all the bones in a whale, but it can't bite the wall of his boat to get at Ruby Rose.
Yeah, it's all of a sudden like, no, I don't think I can eat this whole boat.
It's like if you were eating food, right? So you're eating something, and it's
when
like,
it just ate a whole boat.
Like, you would just peel your teeth back, and this is how the shark was trying to eat Ruby Rose. You would just be like,
yeah,
you know, he has a whole mouth, but he's just gone.
He's just daintily eating that.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, these sharks don't know what they're doing anymore. I feel Deep Blue Sea was just a superior, basically the same idea shark movie. Just go watch that one.
Yeah.
Thomas Jane is Jason Statham. LL Cool J is this DJ dude. I don't know. It's Samuel L. Jackson, I guess, is Rainn Wilson.
So
I don't know.
I had another thing, and it's gone because there's a lot I want to complain about. But one other thing.
Yes.
So like a very specific part of this film, the boat gets obliterated. They're on a boat, and it gets obliterated because they have the first megalodon, and the other megalodon comes and it destroys the boat, right? So it's just like there's just like debris.
Yeah.
And they're kind of taking care of everyone. They're like, oh,
Yeah.
let's get this person back on. Let's get this person back on. And why did the shark not come back? They weren't even on a boat.
He's taking his time.
It was basically Titanic, and they were on a door. They were on a door in Titanic, and there was like 4 people, and the shark was like, nah, I ruined your boat. No, I don't want to eat you anymore. But they would have been just like the easiest snack. Like, just come back make a loop around. It's just none of it was believable. I didn't understand why the shark was killing anyone, because it didn't seem like it was like really angry or hungry. It just like wanted to around with you the whole time.
Yeah, I just wish it was more like just like shark like destruction and like mayhem. Shark mayhem is what I wanted. Like I wish it was just more of them like chasing after it. You know, it's not actively like doing laps and picking people off. It's just going off like messing up like a cruise ship. Yeah, it's biting like a Somali pirate ship. Yeah. It's going around, you know, it passes James Cameron on his submarine or something. Like, just do dumb stuff like that, and it'll be a lot more fun. But no, you took it too serious. Turtle Top needs to go back and direct Cool Runnings too.
Cool Runnings.
That's what I think.
I am from Jamaica. I have a bobsled deep.
Yep. But anyway, the Meg. I guess see it if you want.
Don't see it. I don't want you to see it. I'm not going to. Don't see it. I don't see it. Every time. I try to be nice. And I'm like, oh yeah, go see it. There's something to like about it. Like Baywatch was another Asian film market thing.
Whoa, Chinese film.
Chinese film market.
Be specific.
Anyway.
The Koreans and Japanese make good movies.
They still had good music, and they had Zac Efron, who's always charming, and they had Alex Daddario or whatever, and she's great. But this one, don't see it. Don't see it.
Wow.
Don't do it. Don't give them any more money. I'm sick of it.
Wow. Big words from a big shark. The Meg, out in theaters. Go watch Jaws or Deep Blue Sea. You ate my bird.